Hey guys, Nifty Apple here. Gonna come in with a little bit of information about the Spleef Arena contest we held. That is going to be, we're going to extend the time frame a little bit. We've had a couple of complaints. It just was a week wasn't enough time, so that is going to be one thing. So the contest is going to come back open as soon as I can unlock the thread and post this video. Contest is still back on. What we're going to do is we're going to use the current submissions that have already been submitted, and we're going to allow those people the extra time to submit. So if you haven't submitted yet, there's already been submissions, and they've already been able to comply with the rules up to this point. So out of those 5 or 6 of you that did submit, I'm going to hand off the microphone over to Kiko, and he's going to explain a little bit of architectural tips, tricks, and advice for your builds. This is constructive criticism, so if you can follow along what Kik says and maybe make the suggested changes, they will be more in alignment to what he sees as proper building. So, Kik, it's all yours.
Yeah, hello. I'm Kiko. So, I think we're here at, I'm just going to use nicknames because I don't want to say everyone's name wrong, LOL's build. It's sort of a jungle-themed, lots of pillars. Quite nice, actually. It's got a lot of materials. The architectural features are pretty sweet on this one. The inside's really nice, but sadly if we fly to the outside, where'd you go, Nifty? Oh, there we go. It could use a bit of work out here. The walls just sort of have a nice line across them, and then you have to climb in via these ladders, and the doors don't seem to make much sense, and yada 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 on that part. But and it's a bit too small, I would say, on this one. So it'd be hard to fit more people into this one. Feels a bit claustrophobic. But if you can make it a little bigger and work on the outside a bit more, which I think you could do with enough time, this one's definitely a serious contender for winning this baby. That's this one.
Let's see, next.
Where do you want to go
Winning
next?
baby.
Next submission, we're going to go over to...
You want to go to Dylan, what's his name? Dylan H_12. I think that's an order of the way they submitted them. That's actually 2 people technically. So where are we going?
Dylan H_12.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And his Spleef Arena is going to be here in the back.
Which one is it? Is it this one back here? Or is
well,
I don't know what it is.
We're going to assume the top. I'm going to assume the top because it has a full bottom. And the thing here in the middle has a break in it. So I'm going to guess the top thing, the top structure.
This the floaty thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm guessing the very top is a waiting area, and then the actual arena is underneath.
Yeah, I'm guessing so.
Okay, let's go with that. Constructive criticism?
Yeah. Let's see. On this one, it seems a bit weird to be floating this high, I'll be honest. Floating arenas are a little awkward because they just sort of sit there and float in the sky, and it's pretty boring from the outside since there's no work besides just being a giant blob of iron and rare materials and glass. Inside on the top, you do have a really good view of seeing the arena and what's going on in the arena, and that's actually pretty sweet. One of the bonuses of this one. But we're going to put it. I think, though, putting it wouldn't be a big issue because it is floating. Programming-wise, it's going to be a pain. I think it could use a bit more color on the inside since they did a nice job with the floor of the arena, but they didn't really carry that into the rest of it. Let's see. I don't know if I can get in there. Can you get me into the I'm gonna punch a hole right here. Somewhere so I can get into the thing. Oh god. Yeah. There we go.
You're welcome.
Yeah. And the sitting area could definitely use some more work. I don't know. Oh, that's how you're supposed to get in there. I see it now. I see it there. Good job, Dark. Good job. Yeah, the space on this one's actually pretty sweet. This is a big arena. you could actually get this one done with,
Bathrooms included.
2 to 10 people. Yeah, they thought of a lot of things with this one. It's good as well. I just think it needs a little bit more work, so it's not so much straight up iron all over the place. And then the upstairs is just straight wood, so it looks like that was sort of hodgepodge at the end. That would be what I'd say for this one.
Okay. Let's see. That's Dylan's, and next one is going to be See You in Hell.
Okay.
Hey, that's not nice to say to people.
You in Hell 1, by the way.
Yeah, See You in Hell 1.
Okay, let's go over to the beginning of this thing, because he did a lot of great pillar work on this. It's so nice. I can tell he has this very Zelda thing going on with these giant pillars and the color scheme with the dark blue and the light blue, and yeah, it looks nice. It's got great, what do we call that? I think it's called curb appeal when you have it on a house. But this is where
everywhere.
it shows that he needs a bit more time on working, is going into the towers to go up if you were going to go watch, because they're basically hollow, and it looks like he needed more time to come up with an entryway, get up there, or whether or not you were going to get warped up in there, or if you were going to keep the pillars on the ground. We'd sort of have to sit down and discuss with him what he wanted to do with that. Let's go up to the arena. Fly, 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 fly. Forever.
Nice little design on the bottom.
It has a nice design for the arena. My only criticisms on the arena at this is that there's almost no place to watch it from, since you can't let people get this close to an arena without blocking them from joining the game. And the other issue is that when you fall out of this arena, you could put the invisible block that you fall through really close to it, but if you put it a little lower, you have the ability of missing it because you're not locked into it. So that would be the problem with this one. But it's one of those things where, like, I think if you had more time, you could figure out how to work in a nice little seating area around this that isn't so, the bridge is it looks like what's the word for that? A rope bridge that was added to it just to sort of get it done. Work so hard on the ground and these nice, tall, huge pillars. Freaking color scheme of greatness. So yeah, that would be what to fix on this one. The entrances to the towers and getting something up here so that you can watch the game from, basically.
Okay. Perfect. Sounds like enough to go on there. Let's see. Next up, going to be OKC. OKC. There we are.
OKC. Okay, OKC decided to do 4 arenas. I know this because I stared at them earlier.
Stared at them.
Where are you, Nifty? There you are. The best of them is, in my opinion, this nice nether one he did over here with netherrack and basically everything nether. It's, the size of it, it's a little small if you're going to do 10 people, but he made rooms big enough that this could always get bigger quite easily if he needs to fix that. And
I feel like I'm in the nether.
Yeah, I know. That was part of why I liked this so much, was that you sort of, the roofs covered it over, and it was like, you're in the nether, now spleef in the nether, and I like this room a lot. And then, and I think the program handles that too. Next door, I'm going to go to the redstone room, which is basically just a dark room. Could use a little bit more love on figuring out what's going on, but basically you're fighting death in hell.
Maybe some paintings to spruce up the area.
just something in this room. I think this was the last room he did, and he was just trying to get it done because he didn't want to present 3 of 4 rooms being done. The other thing that I was going to point out in the, I've told him this before, in this entryway, is that the walls could use a bit more integration. Like, they have just sort of a straight vertical line joining them all together. And if it was like zigzagged a bit or just sort of like blended into each other, pixelated, I think it would help the buildings go together a lot more. I'm just going to run over to this tree one. Yeah. This one just, he sort of has to pick a lane here was the issue, is that on this side he's got this nice moat with these 2 little bridges, but then on the other side he sort of doesn't, and it's not really sure if he knew where he was going to finish with this, like how he was going to center the arena versus the trees versus the pathways, and it feels like 4 builds got pushed into each other, and it sort of looks like if he had more time, he could sit here and stare at it and figure out exactly what he wants. Like, he seems to want bridges and want a moat, but on the back he's got a bunch of trees, and over here on the side he's got a bunch of trees, but the view coming into it is a bit of work. And then sadly my least favorite over here is the ice arena that supposedly everyone else likes. And it's mostly just because I think it's really flat in here.
Really dark in here too.
Yeah, I'm okay with the darkness on the edges, but I find it really flat. Like,
Yeah, there's not much to it.
itself is just like, it's just snow and just more snow. And, some blocks of snow or some snowmen or something like that could help this a lot. And since we have the nice stacked snow, you can also make layers of stacked snow and snow piles in the corners if he really wants to. So yeah, I think he knows which ones work on the most. And so yeah, that'd be the criticism for this one.
Okay.
Yep.
Sweet. Last one up by Papyrus.
Uh-oh. We need to slam on this one.
Oh, trust me, I already know what I'm going to say about this one. She might need some world editing too, because one of the issues that I'm worried about with this one a lot is that the arena is ginormous.
It is. Wow.
It is so huge. I don't know if anyone's going to get a game done. Like this would be great for 20 people, but 2 people in here is going to be really hard to. Yeah,
it's gonna take a lot of work.
Yeah, it's gonna, and I don't know how. Like, I'm gonna have to help her, or someone's gonna have to help her with some world editing to get a little smaller. This is the only one that's actually too big. It needs to be just a bit smaller. But she put a lot of nice detail work into it. She's got these nice areas up here. Where's Nifty? There he is. Got some nice seating areas with this nice canvas green and dark spruce wood stuff. And down here, if you follow Capone into the basement, she's got this nice lounge with a lot of nice small detail work and some nice sitting areas so you can watch it on the level of the game. The windows would have to
standing on the
with
table,
blocks,
sorry.
Which wouldn't be whatever. If you replace the windows with blocks, then you wouldn't have the issue of cheating, which is quick minor change. But I like this part of the fact that she, put in these nice little rooms. The big other con besides the sizes, it's all white from the arena. It's white on white, and it's so large and so far away that you can't even notice that she used multiple quartz blocks to get it done. So some color would help. She started with color, putting in all this stuff up here. And it looks like she started putting in other little VIP rooms and things around the way, but time just killed it a bit. Other than that, a bit of lighting on the walking level up here on the top would do some justice to it. And got the size, I got the quartzness. Yeah, that'd be about the only 2 things wrong with this one.
Perfect.
Again, probably going to take the most time to fix it because of the size.
Yeah. And that might be the
They
challenge.
also included bathrooms.
Yeah, so I was like, I think we might need to add world editing to the poor people who have to either make it bigger or smaller. Because
I'll see what I can come up with.
With world edit would be a lot easier than having to rebuild the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Yeah, that's a lot of constructive criticism. I'm gonna say, let's give those extra people, since they're working on details at this point, not actual building, let's give them a week to fix all of these things, and then we're gonna vote it off, good old-fashioned Russian roulette style, and we're gonna see what happens. So, yeah, week, minor changes, details, and go.